Good morning, film students. This is our second update of the week. We return to the film podcast, number 3. This one is on creativity. It is titled, Where Does Creativity Come From and Why Do Schools Kill It Off? Here's a spoiler. Schools do not know what they're doing when it comes to creativity on the whole. You probably figured that out over the years. So I'd like for you to go through this. Again, these aren't very long. You just hit play. You follow along with this. Every single one of the orange, highlighted, emboldened words are links so that you can find out who these people are that are speaking in the podcast. If there are papers that are mentioned, these will be the links to those papers, research and whatnot. As you can see, there is a variety of people. This is part of a series that Freakonomics did on creativity. This is their second one. I like the second one to start with. The reason being is because it relates to school. The first one is more generalized on creativity, and we may do that one before the semester's over. I have some special stuff planned for next week, which I will not reveal until our next update on Monday. I wanted to mention that some of you have already turned in the next part of your film project, which is the film poster. I had forgotten, sadly, to alter the due date to reflect our new schedule that we're off campus. And so it was showing up as due this week. And if you look in the final film project folder, which, by the way, I've color coordinated the folders with a purpose. So the white folder is your final film project. And the reason I chose white as the color for this folder is because that's the color of a blank page. You start with a blank page, and this is what you put on it. And when you're done, the blank page that everybody starts with isn't yours anymore. It's what you created on it. So if you look in the film poster thread, you will see some beautiful posters that were already made this week. Let me highlight Kayla's for a sec. Look at how professional that is. Good night, people. Creativity, leading lines. You got the rule of thirds, actors on the top, the color contrast of the title treatment. This is outstanding. And there's a log line. Perfect. Then let me show you the other one that was put up by Matthew. Again, you've got kind of the same thing here where you've got the rule of thirds being used. You've got the actors' names at the top. You've got the title. You've got a log line. Here's this other version of it. This is just outstanding stuff that you're all doing. We hadn't really talked yet about the poster, which is why I wanted to push it down. But here essentially is some description about what you're doing. They did it ahead of time, so they got some additional points for doing it early. Here's your update. As usual, I will ask to please hit like so that I know you saw it. I hope you enjoyed A Warrior Journey. I think about 5 or 6 of you responded, but 13 liked the update, so let's shout them out. Thank you, Carissa. Thank you, Daniela. Thank you, Elijah. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Kayla. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, Rhiannon. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Alvaro. Thank you, Anthony. And thank you, Janine. Be water, my friends. We have another documentary next week. Special. Not going to give it away. Next week's going to be a fun week, I hope, for our film class in what you watch. All right. Have a great rest of April, which is only today, and then tomorrow it's May, and it's already May, and you think, how did it become May so soon? But there it is. Um, as soon as I finish recording this, I have to go to Bravo and clean out my room, and I haven't been in that building since we all had to leave it. So it's gonna be kind of emotional for me to go in there and clean everything out and take everything home. Um, these are the times we live in, and we don't get to choose the times we live in, but we do get to choose how we react to them. So I'm gonna try to keep it together and figure it out. You can probably hear the neighbor's dogs outside. All right, y'all. I miss you. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay creative, especially considering the subject of this week's podcast. Ciao.